Hi, 𝐇𝐎𝐁𝐎 from Hobo Venture. As I still receive a lot of requests asking me that how you meet dance, how long you get together, all these questions. So I decided to make a video to talk about how we met. So I can send them the link from my YouTube channel, not from their YouTube channel. So it also will be help for my YouTube to be grow. So then, how we met?
We met on Tinder, the dating application.
I think nowadays a lot of people also they dating in the social media, like the apps or something.
Yeah, I think more than half the people I talk to that have met or in relationships that are relatively new have met their love online.
Yeah. So we met in 2016 on July. I still remember because of holiday.
Yeah.
And then I look in the profile that I look at. Yeah, you have a very colorful profile, side profile.
Yeah.
And then you say that you've been to 65 countries. I say, this guy must have a lot of story to tell because I want to know about the world.
Yeah. So yeah, my photo was taken by a friend. I was in India in 2016, and they have a holiday called Holi,
India,
which is probably the base of the word holiday, and they throw colors on each other. And so my photo that you're referring to, I had all kinds of crazy colors on my face. And I had swiped right on Tinder, Qiang's profile 2 or 3 weeks before that. It took her a while to respond, but she had this very beautiful artsy photo that was a profile that was in black and white, and I thought it was very well done, so I swiped right on it and heard back from her, and it might have been 3 weeks or a month later.
I just how to say, I was just busy on my work because I have 2 jobs, I like to keep myself busy as well. So on the July on 2016, I couldn't go back to my hometown. Even I have a holiday because I have applied too much holiday off day from my boss, and my boss will definitely kill me if I still, asking for holiday. I took a lot of off day for my show to Korea, to Shanghai, to Jakarta. So I like, okay, I cannot go home. So I see who in the Tinder, and then I ask them, I say, are you still in town? And let's go for drinks.
Yeah, she responded pretty fast with the idea of meeting once she became interested. Apparently she needed something to do. All of her friends are out of town. So.
Yeah. And then we met in KL in Seoul, which is 5-minute drive from my house.
Yeah, it's a bar restaurant called Sold Out.
It's very nice bar as well, and it's very near to my house, so I can go home anytime.
And that was in Kuala Lumpur, of course, where Qiang is from.
Yeah. So after that, we drink the wine and then we talk. Very nice, I'm very happy to spend time with him.
Yeah, we talked for hours the first date.
I think like 2-3 hours.
Or longer maybe.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
We met at like 6 or 7 and we were there till maybe 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I can remember that. Then after that, we keep seeing each other.
Yeah, we whenever I was in town, which is quite often.
You keep coming back every month.
Yeah, the first year I was probably coming back every month or every other month, and so we spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
For years I've enjoyed it. Southeast Asia, it's a beautiful weather and culture, and I hadn't been as familiar with Kuala Lumpur, but when I finally saw Malaysia, I was really impressed by it, and then I met Qiang, and it was another reason for me to come back. So I was coming back all the time.
Yeah. So then after that, you keep coming back, and the immigration didn't ask you why you keep coming back or anything?
No, there's certain countries that are preferred, and they just stamp your passport 90 days, no questions asked, no visa. And so I just kept coming back because it was an easy place to be. Great lifestyle, very cheap to be in Kuala Lumpur, great restaurants and things to do. And 𝐁𝐎 was there, so they would stamp me, and sometimes I would stay for a few weeks or a few months, and before you knew it, a year had passed.
Yeah, you stay like few weeks, mostly like 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks maximum. You not stay for a month.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
So there's other parts of Southeast Asia I was exploring, and I have been. Really, I've been outside the USA really since 2007. So, what is it? 14 years now, I guess.
Yeah.
I go back and visit family, but I like to travel the world. So, yeah. So we met on Tinder, and we dated for about a year, and eventually.
On 2017.
Yeah, a year later in 2017, 𝐁𝐎 said, how come you don't ask me to travel?
Yeah, like you keep coming back every month.
How come you don't take me with you when you leave?
Yeah, and then you wanted to be with me or what? You know,
Yeah.
I cannot date other guy because, you know.
I kept your dance card full, huh? Yeah, so 𝐁𝐎 had a job, and she had a modeling career, and she had a car and friends and a life, and you know, I just didn't seem right to ask her to give up her life to travel with me, but when it was her idea, I was all over it. I was like, giddy up, let's go. Quit your job and we'll sell your car and you can travel the world with me. So.
Yeah, and travel the world, so it's my childhood dreams, you know, to see the world. I was impressed by your story as well. I want to be one of them also. I want to be traveling as well.
Yeah, it's a fun life. So in I guess it was in maybe September of 2017, 𝐁𝐎 quit her job.
Yeah.
Sold her car.
Yeah, I need to 1 month notice from my boss.
Yeah.
And then I tell my boss that I need to relax from my work. I'm very stressed, and then I want to go traveling. And my boss say, "Okay, you take like 2-3 months off, then you come back." I say, I will let you know. My boss is very good people, and I have a good time to work with him and the whole company in KL as well. So and my time is quite flexible. So and then it's from 2017 until right now. I never go back.
So 4.5 years she's been traveling the world with me. So we first went to London, where my sister lived.
Yeah. Then after that, Colombia. No, Mexico.
Mexico, yeah.
Mexico, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and then we go to...
Back to Mexico.
Mexico, and then we go to Budapest to visit my friends.
Yeah.
And then also back to Scotland also to see your sister. And then Slovakia and
Portugal,
Morocco,
Spain, then
back to Asia on 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite hard for me to travel for the first few months.
By the time we got to Morocco, I think she was out of her mind. She missed... 𝐁𝐎 was all about food, and there's not much really good Asian food in Latin America. There is in Spain, there's a little bit in Portugal, but not the same quality as you're going to get in Malaysia. Malaysia's one of the food capitals of the world. And
it's also it's a longer time that I never go home for 1.5 years and no food, you know. Yeah. And plus we are in Latin America, which is they don't speak English. Their common language is Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish. So it's very hard for me to communicate with them. So it's quite a lot of trouble. But after when I went back to Malaysia and I eating the food, and those foods is not tastes like what I miss the most.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, when I first left the USA in 2007, I really had this glorified picture of what the U.S. was and that the world didn't stand up to the U.S. Not really. I really knew the world was a great place really from the start, but there were certain foods I missed, and what you find is when you finally go home after being outside your home country for a long time is that it's not as good as you reminisced or you thought, and so you kind of have to go back and recalibrate to realize that home's no longer this fantasy that you had.
Yeah, that's true, and I'm more happy and discover the new world.
Yeah.
Because I find out that the food is not the taste good like what I miss.
Yeah, Malaysia has really good food, so don't take what she's saying wrong, but the whole world has really good food. It's just that each country has its food that is special, and you have to get to know it before you know what's good about it. And there's a few exceptions, but most of the world has really great food. Like when we were in Peru, she really fell in love with the ceviche.
Oh, my ceviche is the very best one.
Yeah, so you're not going to get ceviche in Malaysia like you're going to get in Peru.
Oh, yeah. So how you pick me?
How did I pick you?
Yeah.
I think it's just your personality, I think, is it's very mature. A lot of girls are just, I don't know, they're just very flighty. They're thinking about silly things. You're not like that. You're very practical, and you're very level-headed, and you're beautiful. And
people also will be wonder like why I choose Dan.
Yeah, why did you? What was it about me that made you wanted to?
Yeah, plus we have age difference, 25
yeah, we're
years.
25 years difference. I'm
and
60 and she's 36.
36, 65. So I have my how you say my request to pick the boyfriend first is
Your requirements?
yes, excuse me, my requirement is first is he have to know how to cook, and then is qualified. When he is in KL, he prepare me the breakfast and prepare me the lunch box to my work, because I have extremely busy time. I couldn't get my lunch on time, so he prepare my lunch, and
Yeah.
when I back home, he prepare for my dinner.
Yeah, I like to cook. We also went out to dinner a lot, and quite KL when we were there, and we go out to dinner as we travel. But I really like to cook. It's my photography and cooking, and making videos are kind of my hobbies. And Chung fit the photography, and she's fun to photograph. She's fun to cook for, and she's fun to video. So.
And then second thing is I'm very happy when I'm with Dan. I feel very happy. We talk and we have non-stop topic to talk. We can talk like a few hours. Even until right now, we still can talk a lot of things. Just I don't know what we're talking. And then number 3 is he also how to say. He can go to have a dinner with me in the tablecloth, white cloth restaurant.
Right. And
he also can go with me to the street food. That means he don't mind, and he will not say that the food is so dirty, you shouldn't eat this and that, He will not say this to me. So most of my boyfriends that they like to go to the white cloth table restaurant, but it's very hard for them to squat on the street food corner eating the food and all this thing.
I think culture. I think society is really about, when you're exploring the world, it's really all about many things, including food. And if you're not eating what the locals are eating, you're not really discovering a culture. So you have to be open to. Actually, you need to be more open to that than you need to white tablecloth, because white tablecloth often is European food, or it's worldly food. It's not really. It's not localized at all.
Because I have traveled with couple of my boyfriend overseas, and then they want to eat the street food. I say street food is the best way to taste the local what they eat, and they will have a best food. And all of them say that I don't eat street food. Oh, it's my first time to eat street food. I'm not sure I will get diarrhea the next day. I say, oh God, that's all. That's all.
So I lived in India for 3.5 years, from 2007 to halfway through 2010, and if you're, you get sick in India once in a while. There's no doubt about it. But as a foreigner, or stomach as they call it in India. But once you've traveled quite a bit, you don't get sick anymore. You've met all the bugs, you're friends. You're tight with the bugs. So there's no new bugs.
Yeah, and the fourth thing is Dan will not stop me to chasing my dreams, and he will not saying this is not good, that's not good. He will give me opinion like how to go to chasing my dreams,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of typical social structure thinking. I'm very open-minded. I don't have these ideas about what a man's supposed to do and what a woman's supposed to do and how you act in situations. I think people are individuals, and you discover them, figure out if you enjoy their company, and if you do, why put all these silly assumptions
I still remember that
society has given to you?
I asked you that I will not be based on Malaysia, because I will go to overseas for my modeling, and I think I want to go to be travel as a model, and I will see how your reaction. And then you say that's good.
Yeah, she took me. I mean, I love traveling the world. Why would I tell her she can't model in some other country or whatever? And so, like she did when we first met. She was still modeling before we started traveling, and she's done some since. But I went to see one of her shows in Shanghai, and to me it's fascinating. I'm not worried about. I guess I'm just not the jealous type, but the fact that she has model friends, and both men and women, and designer friends, and all this kind of thing, to me, I'm not attracted to jealous people.
Yeah, he's not a jealous type of people. He also made friends with my ex-boyfriend, so.
Yeah, I don't have I'm not the jealous type, so I think that people should be able to maintain their friendships, whether they were a relationship or just friends or whatever.
And my friends say he's also handsome.
Of course. Come on.
And my relative also say he's handsome.
The other thing I was attracted to about Qiang is, you'd think that she's this runway model, and she knows Jimmy Choo,
My God.
Men don't know who that is, but it's a designer who makes like $4,000 or $5,000 shoes, and people buy them. They're all over the world. But that's just one example. But you'd think someone like her would be like pretentious and want a lot of expensive clothes and shoes and want to eat in fine dining and all this kind of thing. And she's not like that at all. She's very down to earth. She's a minimalist like me. She has a very limited wardrobe she travels with, and she's good at mixing and matching. And you might think she has a big wardrobe, but she just really has a really good eye for picking what clothes to have in her suitcase and when to use them.
Talk about the fine dining. I still remember that because you always pay for my meal, and then, I cannot. I need to pay you. Buy you a meal as well, I am kind of that person. I cannot let people paying for me many times. So on his birthday, on 2017, I bring him to the KLCC Tower restaurant, which is one of the expensive restaurant in KL that you can see the night view and in the tower and this.
Yeah.
And you're not letting me pay the bill.
It's a 500 ringgit meal. I mean, that is a lot of money in Southeast Asia. That's like $125.
But it's your birthday. We almost fighting on the restaurant. Can you imagine that he want to take the bill, I want to take the bill, and
It was a lovely dinner. She did a really good job, but it's just a lot of money. So I wasn't going to let her pay for that. But, you know, if she wants to take me out to some nice street food or, you know, a typical nice restaurant or whatever, I'm fine. But that's just a lot of money. I'd rather have her save that money because I'm older and you know, you have to invest when you're young. You have to live.
But the thing is, you pay for many times. I need to pay at least like 1 time, 2 times, 3 times.
You do pay for stuff.
Yeah, but I need to pay a good one. Yeah, there's a thing of how we met until right now.
Yeah. So we've continued to travel. As you guys know, my niche on my webpage is Retire Cheap in Paradise. So we travel all around the world, but we teach people how to live for cheap. And so that means finding cheap places to eat and to live. And so we're often staying in places and showing people how to live a reasonable life. And so Qiang's been able to roll with that. I mean, so you would think she'd be like, oh, I'm a runway model. I want a really expensive life or whatever. But she's rolling with it. And so we're having fun. And there's a different life available if you live with the locals, like the locals. And she sees the joy in that. And she appreciates it. And so I think we're the same in that way. We're really enjoying the world.
Yes, so there's the story of how we met and how we travel and some fun about us. So
yeah,
I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
I'm qiang from Hobo Venture.
I'm Dan from Vagabond Awake.
We will see you on the next video.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Hey, if you're enjoying this video, could you please like it, comment, or subscribe? Any of that would help our business grow. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much.